Welcome back, guys, to a new video where I will be ranking all the black pawns, light square pawns and dark square pawns. And since I already have these white pawns ranked, I will be ranking the black ones against these white ones. So we are assuming that people or the opponent has played some part of this. Okay, that's why um, we will be playing that. You know, I'll be assuming that we are against these pawns. So let's say it's S plus plus tier C pawn, which is this one. And if it's played like this, so how will we be doing against it? And in general, also in general as well, how good are the black pawns and which one is the best? Let's start with again. Let's start with the H pawn today. Um, most of the time, what happens is people play this. Not even the C pawn. Let's just say they go like this, right? Or like this. So most of the time, this pawn is not there, and this is empty and this is empty because uh, let's say like this, someone played like this. Okay, so the bishop can get out, right? We need to protect we need to protect this square. So for that, we can always play the H pawn. Okay, now let's say they play like this, right? Still, we need to protect this part so that our queen doesn't get pinned. And they can do this and block their this bishop, from coming out, but they might do this. So that's a different story though. And let's just say they somehow got to move these pawns to um, the fourth rank. Now this bishop needs to get out, okay? But this bishop, what it does is it pins our king to the knight most of the time. And these pawns are not there. So what ends up happening is it gets taken, but it's not that bad compared to this. So if I'm just like comparing both of these right now, mm, both of these. So this is, if I play this, I'll be protecting this pawn, this square. But if I play this, I will be protecting this square. But protecting this square is not that important to me at this point. So I would say the black H pawn is the same as the white H pawn, which is this. So the black H pawn goes there, and the A pawn, which is this one, I don't really like to play it. But if I'm castling queen, because if I'm castling queen side, um, this stays here and this stays here. So I can always move this and not this. Same as the white pieces, for me at least. Um, but I would still, let's just put it in C tier. Okay, A pawn, black, C tier. And most of the things affecting the black pawns and how the black pawns are played are the things that white can actually do first. So since white has a tempo, and white can always do things and that needed a reaction from black. So black always reacts to whatever white does, right? Let's say this, and so now you can't play this, but it's okay. You can go like this. And since this is very common for me to have this position, whatever, I would say the best move for black would be E and also C. So I would say C and E are D tier, no, S tier for me. The E pawn and the C pawn. Okay, both of these are good defenses against whatever the other person played. Okay, so if we have this, E can be still E still can be played, and C can be played so that you protect this pawn, this square, and after certain moves, whatever. Um, Now let's come. So we have H and A. Let me get to G, F, D, and B. These are the ones that are left. Now, for most part, D is better actually. The D pawn for as white. I would personally play C5 in whatever condition, whatever case it is. Whatever white plays, I would definitely play C to C5. Now, but in general, I think the D pawn is better for black since when for E4, you can go D5, so you can have an exchange or whatever. Also, if they play this, you can also play King's Gambit. This is the King's Gambit, I think. So that you can go like this, right? And you have this most of the squares. So I would say, okay, E is done and C is done, but F, G, and we have F, G, D, and B, right? That's what I want to do, or not. Okay, whatever. So I think D goes to S plus plus. Black D goes to S plus plus. Damn, what the hell? This is done. Now the C pawn. C pawn is already done, I think. Yeah. We are left with G, F, and I don't know what pawn this is, but A. Okay, so this has to be B. We are not done with B. I would say B and C are only good if you can take one of the bishops or you can attack these pawns. And for that to happen, you have to have this sort of position, right? For you to bring out the bishop to B7, you have to have this position, which I don't think ever happens. It might, I don't know. I don't know that much theory, but I haven't. Maybe I have seen it a lot. I can't. I'm not really sure. Let's just say someone goes like this, and what ends up happening is they remove these first, right? So I would say B1. Wait, let me rephrase that. Statistically, people want to get rid of these squares, right? I mean, make these squares free, empty, so that they can castle as quick as possible, right? Now, for that to happen, they either play this, or they either play this, or they either play this, so that this bishop can come out. Okay. Now, since this bishop comes out, whatever way it comes out, you can always do this, right? Because it's now protected. So, and that doesn't happen often with this side. So I would say the G1 is below the B1 because they serve the same purpose, right? Fee and kettling. And also for me, I castle queen side, so this I always push this pawn. So yeah, for me B is a better pawn than the G pawn. So the G is C tier and the B is B tier. Now we come to the F pawn. The thing with F is it's always going to be down below somewhere. Let's just do this. And I don't know why I'm putting it below this F, but the reason might be intuitively that you can't really play F6 as well as f3. But if you ever end up playing f6, white already has a tempo, or if they have played well, so they can do something with that, and you can't, you then have to react a certain way. That's what I think, but it's still good. Maybe I should just put it in F tier, but it's just the lowest in the C tier, not F. It's just lowest in the C tier. Hmm. Are we done with all the pawns? Okay, so this is um my final tier list for black pawns and the white pawns.